what's going on, man?
I mean, I'm
Ro-
just, I'm just, I'm just here to restore some order. I know you with the guard body and all that, but
Look, Ramadan is over. Back to the violence. Hip
yo,
hop. Listen, after seeing Lil Uzi Vogue on stage, hip hop needs some wars.
yeah,
It
that's
needed a
crazy.
testosterone shot.
Uzi, shout out to Uzi, man. Yeah, what's your problem with Uzi Bird,
I don't like the Vogue get on stage.
man?
He went full drag. I didn't like it.
uh,
I don't
oh man,
I don't
you,
like my rappers in makeup.
you,
I don't know.
he got a girlfriend, right? She was after she tweeted like, "I don't play about my man
You ever
JT." Girls,
you ever heard that saying beard?
he's faking.
But
He's
since you
faking.
saying it, I'm just saying, but look, I just wish some stuff wasn't considered hip hop. That's all.
Okay, okay.
He can do what
Can
he
we
want. I just don't like when things are considered hip hop.
can we talk about?
But let's he not even in this
Yeah,
conversation for real. Let's get to the conversation at hand.
because I feel like you represent everything Kendrick Lamar stands for, right? you, you're Kendrick Lamar. You're the Kendrick Lamar of financial literacy, right? Like, so
Nah,
you are
I don't know. I don't know. All right, first of all, I love Kenny, man.
you
Kung
good
Fu
kid.
Kenny,
You good kid, Mad City,
West
right?
Coast, all of that. From the streets to the gods. Hell yeah. Don't get me wrong. You feel me? But I'm with the vibes too.
Okay.
I'm with the vibes too.
All right, all right. So, all right. So let's get into this thing. It's time to really crown him. It's time to put the crown where it's at, right? Drake, right now, number one spot. I think we can all agree upon that, correct?
Yeah, I think that was the whole point of the big three was that
Oh,
the
wait,
big three.
wait. We got 19 keys that said Drake is the greatest rapper of right now.
Can I finish my statement? Like what's this? What we on
Certified.
Fox News? Can I get a full take? Like what's going on? Like, sheesh. What I'm saying is that he occupies the number one spot. He has the presence beyond anybody else. There's certain things that's just undisputed. Drake has the presence of number one. He's outside. He's the rapper that is outside in the clubs making every vibe tune you can think of, from UK to Afro beats to the streets to whatever it is. That to me is about presence. And it's undeniable that Drake got the presence, first of all, and he's the most consistent out of everybody. And the problem is that look, because 19 Keys is not really comparable and comparable, and not just in financial literacy, but in the world. You feel me? Because the thing about Kendrick last album, there was a lot of things that I couldn't relate to. So as much as I love the brother and what he represents in hip hop, his last album didn't represent me. That's what it was. So normally you got a rapper, you're like, okay, this is my favorite because he represents me in the world. That didn't represent me in the world. I was not relating to most of the content on that album. So I was a bit disappointed. You feel me? So that's where we at right now. And then Cole, I never wanted to see him in this fight in the first place. You feel me? I wanted to see Kendrick and Drake go at it for what is hip hop, right? And if Drake controls the number one spot, and Drake is the only one who has been the king in the number one spot, who refuses to speak on anything social or political, which changes the trajectory of what hip hop is when the king don't speak on none of that. He said, I ain't touching a single topic. I don't care what's going on. I ain't touching it. We just for the vibes. So it changes what hip hop is, because if it can't go beyond whoever the king, then hip hop don't move past that.
Well,
So if Kendrick was to take the king place, now we get some lyricism and some social, and niggas can talk about real shit while they vibing.
let me ask you this. Shout out to Alex. I'm gonna bring you in for one
What's
second,
up
but
with good energy?
question. I think that's a false narrative that you have to talk about socially conscious thing to be the king, because Biggie Smalls never spoke about anything socially conscious, and people put him. Everybody got him in their top three. Everybody got Biggie in
Not
their top three.
everybody. East Coast has them on the top three. Not everybody. There ain't never room for everybody. Everybody don't have Biggie in their top three. Top the cat. Everybody got
Alex,
Tupac in their top 3, but that's a different statement.
Alex, what's your chime in on this?
So, I'm out here in the middle of the ocean and the Wi-Fi is a little spotty, so I had a chance to really like get all the energy. But I heard the song. I thought it was AI at first. I'm not gonna lie. So it is real. It's confirmed. It's
It's
real. The response.
confirmation.
It's confirmed. I was hoping for something that was better than back to back. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, no, remember, Back to Back wasn't the first song. The first
That's
song
what
was,
I told.
what was the first song called?
Um,
Nobody remembers.
I know what you're talking
It was,
about. I know what you're talking about.
it was before Back to Back, right?
It was the chin check.
Exactly. It's a jab. It's a jab. Now you gotta wait. You gotta wait for the full body shot, and now,
Right.
now you charged up. Charged up was the first
Charged
song.
up. Yeah,
Charged
yeah,
Up
yeah.
was the first song. So just you can finish, but that was just the reference point.
Um, you know, first of all, Drake is the GOAT. Let's get that clear. He is the GOAT, in my opinion. I think I think that the Kendrick verse, the more you listen to it, it was kind of light, in my opinion. It was real light. That's just my opinion. It was light. What made
Y'all,
it so.
wow.
Hold
Y'all,
on.
wow.
Let me say this. What made
Two
it
things can
so.
exist at the same time, B.
Hold on. What made it so. Why they sensationalized it so much was because it was unexpected. It was very, very unexpected. It was random, and it was from a person that we respect lyrically. So it was like, hold on, whoa. It was more of a shock to people that Kendrick is coming at Drake. You dig what I'm saying? Especially because they got songs together. And then it was on Future's song. We know them to be together, so it was more of a shock, I think. So now we're going to watch it play out. But I got to sit with this response record, man. I think it was hard. I definitely heard some great bars, but it definitely don't give you that, make you make that ugly face like Back to Back made you. Back to Back made you just like make the ugliest face ever. You had to go in your car and listen to Back to Back.
I
You
got
dig
that
what I'm
from
saying?
Like That, though. Like That, it was some ugly face on there.
On which one? On Back to Back?
No, on Like That.
Yeah, but I think it was more shocked. It was like, oh my God, he's
No,
actually
the
this. It was
verse was a
shocked.
good verse, too, though. He was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he
It
was
was.
more direct.
So let me
But
say
look,
that.
let me tell you what I heard, though. Let me tell you what I heard from some credible sources. From some very credible sources. That that verse was edited down in the original version, and this is the way I see a war playing out. There's two ways this can go. If Drake wants to win, he gotta destroy Kendrick on a personal level. You know what I'm saying? Number one, he gotta attack his character because we don't know that much about Kendrick Lamar beyond his music. So he gonna paint the picture of this is who this guy really is. If Kendrick wants to win, he gotta go on the culture level, right? So they said in his first diss, he called him a colonizer. But they said he edited that this was for some credible sources. You feel me? Now, if I was to play war games, that's the way I get the culture on my back, because you got the Hebrew and the Jewish guy. It's biblical at this point. You feel me? I'm just saying, look, if I was advising these guys strategies, I'm gonna tell them how to win the war. Drake is very strategic and he's a mastermind in the way he does things. He plays chess, right? Kendrick, I would not play with his response. You know what I'm talking about? Because that was light for both of them. They were just getting started to see, I'm just trying to figure out what you got going on. Now, now the next, whatever each one do, it gotta be full. It gotta be, I'm coming for
Nah,
the
for
head
sure.
top.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Bro. I think Kendrick can definitely go lyrically back and forth with Drake, but he's not
Oh,
Whittier.
oh
He's
my
not Whittier.
God.
He's not Whittier than
it's
Drake.
the chat.
A brother Mecca from my first
Why you sit back so silent like that? You already speaking without saying nothing.
this is some real hip hop. This is real hip hop head, right? Shout out to my nigga.
Uh-oh.
Oh
I,
God. Okay.
I'm glad we got a real hip hop head in here, right? Because
All right.
you
Oh
know,
Lord Jesus.
Mecca, I'm assuming that you're taking Kendrick Lamar's side. I'm assuming off the rip because you're from that era, right?
Why
What ever that
why you
likes
trying to
hip
make it
hop?
like it's an era or a cult
No,
thing?
No,
Stop
because
trying to do that. Like
hip-hop,
it's just automatic that you just go choose because y'all like this and y'all like that. Stop it.
the,
I see what you trying to do here.
the
You
hip-hop,
creating a narrative
the,
that we not letting. That's what the media does. Stop it.
the
Let
hip-hop
this man just come in unbiased and say what he like because who's the most talented or what's the best vibe.
just saying that the hip-hop purists traditionally have never given Drake the proper respect. But I'm going to let you speak, my brother. I'm going to let you, I'm
Yeah, because that would be, in my case, I can't speak for everybody, but in my case, that would be inaccurate. Drake can rap. I remember Drake back from his mixtape days when he was doing things with, Sky Zoo on it and Colin, a couple of people y'all probably wouldn't even remember, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you Drake can't rap. What I will tell you is this: if we're going to frame the narrative, let's frame it in the right way. Drake has been on the clock for 13 years, bro. This is not a shock to anybody. It's 13 years. 2013 is when Kendrick first started doing this to him and daring him to turn around and do something. We haven't heard anything. The Control verse, the BET freestyle, both of those were aimed at Drake. And we didn't hear nothing. So all of this, you got 24 hours to respond. When your boy took a decade plus, that's quiet. That's quiet. Number one. Number two, what we got from Kendrick was a couple of bars aimed at both him and Drake. What I see from Drake, from what I've heard, is like one verse with a little section of it aimed specifically at Kendrick. So if we matching those two things up, you know, it's kind of it's not really in the same caliber because he split his time between two different dudes and you just gave him that one. So what we need is like full joints from both of them. Now I do agree with Keys that if he's gonna try and insult Kendrick, you're gonna have to go like personal, and that's you're gonna have to make shit up. You're gonna have to assume we believe what you say about it.
Mm-hmm.
why would he have to make shit up? Why can't he do research and
Because
actually?
what is there? Anything he researches is going to be just that. First of all, Kendrick's not a public person like
Right.
that. The things we know are the things he's shown us. So whatever you come back with us, we have to assume you're telling the truth. And if anything he tells us sounds out of character for Kendrick, people are going to dismiss it off rip as you capping, trying to get
But
some
what
points.
about this? What about this?
They
Right? Like, who's the
saying Rick Ross just dropped.
it's out now?
That's what they saying while we speaking.
See,
Oh,
WWF.
No way.
yeah, yeah.
Yo, 2024 is crazy,
God bless
son.
it. God
Oh
bless it.
my
God
Bro,
God.
bless it.
it's literally World War III in real life and in hip hop.
Yo.
But you know what? How about the fact that in our war, nobody has to die? Let's see who's the best. All y'all been talking, all y'all been doing this. Show me who's the best. This is what I've been waiting for. You talk about my era. This is the era I've been waiting. This is the time
Yeah,
we've been waiting for. Show me who's the best. Show me. You
I'm
talk
I'm
good.
with it because it's not it's so much business.
Mm-hmm.
And the business got niggas making industry songs.
Facts.
But this, whether who wins ain't got nothing to do with the industry. It's the
Facts.
art. So
This is the
that's why we
culture.
love it
Mm-hmm.
because it's like all of these guys are companies. They monopolies. Drake is like Apple. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So now you get to see them like go at each other to where it ain't got nothing to do about your machine and the science of making a hit. Bro, respond and make this good for the art form. And that's the
But
real hip hop that people like. The rest
but
is
I'll say this. I'll say this. Drake had some slick bars on that track when he said, because when Kendrick said Prince outlived Mike Jack, and he said, what's a prince to a king, a son, nigga? Like, that's
Yeah.
a
That,
that
that
was
was
that
hard,
was
that was
that was
slick.
cool.
That was slick. That
that's a
was slick.
hard one. But then also it's one of these things, right? When you got these dudes made two albums dedicated. I don't know what Metro Boomin's beef with Drake is, but they made two albums against Drake, right? Would have multiple people on each album dissing him. You gotta consider yourself the GOAT when the whole entire hip hop has you as public enemy number one. When everybody is saying like they want your head, you gotta be the greatest, right? Because if not, why would every single person click up come together under one umbrella in a united front. To me, that's the corny. That's the corny part.
Because
Well,
because
well,
because you've done dirt. Maybe you've done a lot of bad business. Maybe you've thrown a lot of stones and hid your hands. Maybe your chickens are coming home to roost. Maybe people are realizing the emperor has no clothes. Or maybe you're the most popular and I'm better. So if I behead you, all your fans get to see me cancel the king, which is a hip hop tradition. In order to be the best, 9 times out of 10, you have to, you're not going to aim at somebody under you. You aim at the guy who everybody loves. And being the most popular doesn't necessarily make you the best. I'll give you a good comparison. Tom Brady has how many rings?
6.
Who's a better quarterback, him or Aaron Rodgers?
Tom Brady.
Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback. Tom Brady is a greater quarterback. He's the greatest quarterback. He has all great is accolades. Great is things that we can substantiate. But talent, pure talent, nobody will tell you that Aaron Rodgers with that same kind of team wouldn't have ran the same kind of numbers. There's a difference between being the greatest and being better. A great musician, a great entertainer, a great musician is Michael Jackson, hands down. No question. You talk accolades, you talk fame. Nobody beats Mike. Prince played every instrument, wrote all of his own songs, wrote songs for other people, danced, came up with his own choreography. Who's the better artist versus who's the greater artist? You see what I'm saying? There's a way that we can quantify and look at these things in a specific light.
But because it's so industry and it's so business, everybody looks at numbers now.
That's
you know
that, but that's
so,
what I'm getting. That's what I'm
yeah,
getting to.
it ain't art. They saying it's like you got an independent movie that's great, and then you got another movie that do numbers. This one does hundreds of millions of dollars, but this one is a much better
quality
movie. But they go look at box office numbers. The box office numbers ain't got shit to do with whether the art was better or not. The
That's what
same
I'm
thing.
saying.
So this is
Yeah, I
why
agree.
somebody ain't gonna go at Drake by themselves, because Drake is not by himself. He's a machine. If you saying you acting like Drake is by himself, he's $1 billion machine. So it don't matter if you can rap better than him. What they doing is saying that I don't want to be canceled for or blackballed. But if everybody's doing it, now is my opportunity to get off what I wanted to. Because this is, like I said, he's Apple. You can't just go at Apple. You feel me? Like, you got to be of equal par to do that.
Let me ask Alex a question. Alex, you used to be a party promoter in Miami, right?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
2008 to 2011.
During that time, who was the top artist during that time?
YMCMB, the whole YMCMB, but Drake and Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj, that whole YMCMB, they controlled everything at that moment. This is when LeBron lived in Miami. You dig what I'm saying? This is when he was winning the championships. It was crazy during that time. Yup.
So Drake was the top artist in 2008. You have a club now, right?
You said what?
A club now?
Yeah, on the lounge. Yup.
Who's the top artist now? That's in the.
Right now, I feel like Drake is the top artist right now, 100%. But
I feel like Drake is the top artist.
Let me say this too, though. Yeah, that's a great point, Shotty. But let me say this, because I gotta hop over here. Let me say this. I think that Future song, that like that, it's a big record. That's the hardest record in the club right now, and that's what makes Drake have to respond. Like when it's time to take the party to that level right now, that's the song you play. So what I hope as a huge Drake supporter is that Drake comes up with a song that they can't escape. See, Meek Mill had it really bad because Back to Back was a hit. That was a hit song. If you put Back to Back on right now, everybody on this live is gonna rap it word for word. And unfortunately, this Drake response, even though I love the wittiness and the bars, I don't know if it's one of them. We gonna sing it bar for bar. So what I'm hoping that happens is now Drake has to match the energy of the Like That song. He has to come out with a joint that's gonna like make noise and be a hit. That's just my opinion.
I think once you do it where he gotta make a hit, then it ain't really hip hop. That's like, but that's the whole thing. Like you want a diss record. It's not about making a hit record.
I disagree.
You know what I'm saying? Those are completely two different formulas. One got a whole different science to it.
You got to
know what I'm saying? A diss record is about now. It's very hard to make a diss record and a hit.
I know it is.
That's the hardest thing on the planet.
And he
Yeah,
did that.
no,
It's
he
very
did that
hard.
with the last one. That ain't nothing easy to do. But if we talking about, we talking about who can make a hit record or who's more talented? Like, what is the metrics of the beef in the first place?
That's going to get down to individual personal criteria. Somebody is
Yeah,
going to measure that for themselves. For instance, hip hop does not live in the club. Before there was a club, there was hip hop. Hip hop does not live in the club. The biggest record in the club doesn't make it the best record. Just makes it the most popular record, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not taking away from that. But if you talk about a diss record, Pusha T's diss record was ridiculous, and that didn't have to ring off in the club for us to know. And that was a foot in the ass moment, and that was a
right.
vicious ass record. That's a diss record.
Can you say 4 bars from that record?
666. Check it out, boy. Yeah, don't play with me, man. I'm not the one for that. You don't want to do that with me.
Okay,
You don't
hold
want
on.
to
Let me
do.
say this.
But whether I could sing along with, that's my whole metric. Like whether I could sing along with it or not. I know for a fact, like, you are hiding a child. Let that boy come home. Like that would come on, bro.
Okay.
It's not a
That
matter
was
of
more of
if it's popular enough for people to sing along. That is a quality record and a hard ass diss. That's the metric. That it's not a matter of if the girls in college is singing along because they think Drake is cuter or they think Kendrick is cuter. What's the hardest bars?
Sexy
What's the
Red can make a
sharpest
hit
hit song?
record.
Look,
That ain't
Shotty,
got shit to do with nothing.
I got you, Shotty. Watch this. This how we go. I gotta go. So this how
You
I'm gonna.
play Sexy Red in your club too,
I love
right?
Sexy Red,
All
by the
right.
way. But let me say
Then
this.
hit records ain't got shit to do with talent.
Okay, so let me say this. If you had to put a substantial amount of money, your house, whatever, are you betting against Drake? That's all I want to know. Are you betting against Drake right now?
no, you can never bet against Drake.
I'm listening. Is anybody betting against Drake?
My money's on Dot.
Excuse me?
My money's on Dot.
Keith?
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Shotty, I told you I had you, Shotty.
No, it ain't that. No, listen, it is not that Kendrick can't win. It depends on the strategy he gonna take.
That's key. That's key.
If he gonna
That's
take the
key.
strategy I just said, I bet on him.
That's
You feel
key.
me? Before you go into any company or any investment, you got to know what they gonna do. You don't just bet blindly.
That's key.
You
That's
feel
key.
me?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
talking
key.
about forget that's what I'm gonna go. If I hear Kendrick is about to go where he attacking the culture, this Canadian versus America, this is culture virtual versus real culture, then I'm going Kendrick because I think he can handle that.
But
If we
hopefully
saying
somebody
war
forward.
games, Drake, and he about to out internet him and make a hit and things of that nature, then I'm on Drake's side.
I hope
But it's
somebody
dependent on the
forward.
strategy. It's a war. But
I
both of
hope
them have the
somebody.
capability of winning.
Hey Keys, I hope somebody forward this live to Kendrick, my nigga, and he hears the strategy. Because I don't think he
Everybody
got
listen
nothing
to
for
Keys.
Drake.
Everybody listen to Keys. Don't worry about it. It's gonna get there.
talk
I ain't worried
talk
about
that.
it.
100.
Everybody,
Talk that.
they probably already on one of the little burner phones with the burner accounts listening. I
Hey,
already know how this go.
but at the end of the
You
day,
better listen. They better look. They need to have Keys on because I'm telling you, I'm the counselor for the culture. If you really want to know how to strategize, because I don't know who be
100.
around some of these guys, but they be moving stupid.
Keys,
Well,
when
I
you
tell
get
you
that
what.
call, hit me. I'm right with you.
I tell
I'll
you
catch
what
the
though.
next flight out. Let me know when you're doing it. I'm
Hey,
with you.
whether he listen to you or not, though, man. At the end of the day, the people win. We get to enjoy it. I'm a huge hip hop fan, and you know we gonna see how it play out, man. I enjoyed this conversation. 100.
Yo, Alex,
Yeah.
safe, man.
Salute.
Appreciate
Salute,
Love,
King.
Brother.
man.
Be safe. Be safe.
God bless. Peace out.
it.
I like it. I think it's fun for hip hop.
I want
I
to
agree.
get a female's perspective, and there's
Oh.
a couple women on the that have requested to join.
Mm.
Let me see. I don't even know
A female's why? Let me ask you, why you want a female's perspective?
because I feel like it's important. You don't think females have a voice in hip hop?
They have some voice, but I want to know why you want to know. Because I feel like you trying to get some biasness for Drake because you know he make the women vibes. I know Shotty is slick, man. I know what he got going on. Don't kill my vibe. I smell the energy for 2 planets away. I got my Drake. I got my. Stop playing Drake. Shotty is a slick one, man.
How you doing? How's it going? How you doing?
Good and
Good.
yourself,
Good. What's your name?
Shauna.
let me ask you a question. Where you from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Be more. Shout okay. What's your take on this? Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Kendrick.
Why? Why? Explain.
He gives me grown man vibes, if that makes sense. I think he just more honorable to me. I know it's a competitive sport, rap and all that, but I don't know. It's just something about his pen, the way he spit. It's confident for sure.
What kind of vibes does Drake give you in comparison?
He gives me the trying to fit in, trying to stay relevant. To be honest. Yes.
And it's been like that for you with him?
Yeah.
Okay. This isn't a judgment. I'm really curious.
What? Can I get a recap? I didn't get to hear that.
She said that Kendrick gives her grown man vibes, and his pen is the truth. I asked her what kind of vibes Drake gives her in comparison. If Kendrick is grown man, what does Drake give her in comparison to Sis? Could you answer that again for my bro Keys?
I believe that Drake try to stay relevant to me. The colors and the hair and the bobby pins and all that, that's just to stay relevant. I don't really like that. But that's
what about the music? Like not so much the aesthetic, but like what about his music?
I can't hear
I'm sorry.
you. I'm sorry.
I said what kind of
It's like I can't hear nobody.
Oh, you can't.
Oh, okay.
All right, drop out. We're gonna try to add you back on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did that give you the perspective you was looking for, Shotty?
You know, she has some valid points as far as Drake trying to stay relevant. That's definitely what Drake does, though, right? Drake is a person that finds new. I gotta hear this Rick Ross diss, actually.
Me too.
I heard that he just dropped it. So right after this,
Rick Ross is underrated.
Rick Ross is one of the greatest of all time.
Not if you're paying attention. He's not underrated if you're paying attention.
Right.
That boy
let
get
me
it
ask
in.
y'all a question. All this Big Three talk, where does Kanye West come in this Big Three
Different
talk?
era. Previous era.
How? Future
Previous
is 40.
era.
Future 40. Kanye 46. Drake 36.
None of those dudes are in the Big Three conversation though.
But
Future's not in
he
the Big
just
Three
had
conversation.
the #1 hit record. Why is he in a different era?
It doesn't hold on. It doesn't negate his place. It doesn't negate Kanye's place in the under the umbrella. Big Three talk is the three dudes who came in together who are poised to be running the business from a certain point to a certain point. That's arguably Drake, Cole for a certain audience, Kendrick for a certain audience, people who put certain numbers on at a certain time and place. It doesn't negate Kanye. It's just he's not in this section. He's older than these dudes. That's not shitting on him.
Not by 6 years ain't a lot. Like Future's in this conversation.
In hip hop, 6 years is a lot.
6 years is not a lot.
It's not a lot.
Everybody is over 35 at this.
No,
everybody's over 35.
But we talking about a
business
that we talking about a business that shifts every 2 years. Like we not. I'm not. Again, this is. Don't take me as insulting him. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not by no means.
Well, I was just saying because of relevance and presence, it also seems part of the
Kanye's presence precedes all of them. Like a lot of his music. Here's why Kanye doesn't count in this Big Three conversation. His music birthed Drake's lane in a way. You dig what I mean? That 808 and Heartbreaks, spitting your emotion, singing. A lot of that was inspired, not created, not originated, but inspired by Kanye. So you can't be in the same conversation with the people who you're inspiring. That's like we don't count Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. You don't count Kanye in that because Kanye will tell you Jay was his inspiration. So he can't be in that same conversation. He can't be in that same class.
We got another female. What's going on? What's your name?
Hey y'all, my name is Destiny. I look homeless, so I'm not gonna fully come in. Like real bad.
What?
Oh man.
What happened?
She said she looked homeless.
So first of all, just teaming up on this man, feminine. All of y'all gonna team up.
I respect what she's saying, but I can't have you on if you can't see. I need a visual representation. But I do respect what she was saying as far as the team up is not to be honorable. That's not honorable.
So let me ask you though, so are we really taking Drake as one person and not like a whole entire enterprise? Why we keep talking about Drake like he one person, like he ain't got all his peoples that with him, he ain't got the whole machine. Nobody can take Drake by himself because Drake is not a person. Drake is a machine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why you keep acting like it's not like that. Yeah, you got to do that because it ain't fair. There's no fair one.
Stop it.
You cannot have a fair one.
Everybody, unless you're an independent artist, is a machine. Kendrick Lamar is a machine. He had TDE behind him. He got Interscope behind him.
Yeah, that's why Kendrick can go at him.
He got Dr. Dre behind him. Like, let's not act like any of these artists are independent artists out here that's just
right. But she's asking like, why don't the other guys go at him by themselves? Because they don't have that same level as him. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, like Future, of course, can, because that's why Future wasn't afraid to do it. You feel me? He got that.
All right,
but Drake got a lot of people behind him. If he want to press the button and say, I need all of y'all to go too, they go do that.
Nobody in hip hop history has been stronger than Sean Carter. Shout out to Hov. Right? When Nas came out against Jay, bro, you talking about David versus Goliath. Ask Fat Joe the Hot 97 story when they tried to rig the vote in Hov's favor when Nas won that battle.
What happened afterwards? Nas won the battle, but then there was a lot of blackballing going on. And people don't want to get blackballed when people got that much power. Drake talked about how Jay-Z tried to blackball him.
He survived it.
And different people with power was trying to do that to him. So people was taking them as cautionary tales, like it ain't about me being talented going at you. I want to have access to the parties. I want to be able to get these certain deals. I don't want to be canceled and blackballed. That's how people was taking it.
You can't get blackballed in hip-hop if you're talented enough. Kanye West proved that. Nas proved that. Variety, if you're talented enough, you cannot be blackballed.
Kanye West proved it because he got money and power.
And he got
talent ain't had nothing to do with that.
Which is separate from talent.
Completely different. He was talented with money and
power. Power and influence is separate from talent. You can have money, power, and influence and be not talented at all.
You got
especially
be
in hip hop,
not just respected.
Yeah, if you're if and Shad, you as a man who deals with money, if the product generates capital, there's always going to be somebody with a vested interest to see it, especially to see it succeed, especially if they can put money into it and win along with it.
But let me ask you this. Shout out to my Murder Inc. family, Chris Gotti, Rule, those my guys. But they running hip hop. Murder Inc. the hottest label in hip hop. They had the power. They had the power. When 50 came up, he didn't have no power. He went against the machine. He won against the machine, had the streets behind him, came with raw talent, and was victorious.
You're leaving out Interscope, Dr. Dre, and Eminem.
They got G-Unit. He had a unit behind him.
G-Unit was his creation, but when you're talking about he didn't have a machine, that's just not accurate.
After the fact, though, Mega, you understand, he was battling them in the streets for years. He built up. By the time Wayne came out, he was already the hottest. When Wankster came out, he could have signed any record label, and 50 Cent was out.
That's not true. When Wankster came out, sure, but when Power the Dollar dropped, it came and went.
I understand that, but I'm saying by the time he signed the Interscope when Wankster came out, right? His bidding war, the only person that had a higher bidding than him the only person that had a bigger buzz than 50 Cent before a major record label was Drake. That's a fact. 50 Cent had the biggest buzz since Nas. He was hot in the streets. Everybody wanted to sign 50 Cent. So Aftermath helped him for sure. But
So are we saying that if he had been going at the top dude at the time, he would have gotten the same attention?
Hold on. I'm gonna let this conversation finish. Rick Ross is going though. Rick Ross is. I just had to mute y'all to listen to some of it.
Can you play something?
He gone.
Can we play it here?
Let me see. Hey.
Yeah. Getting bullied, don't walk up on me because the clip is fully. Niggas pussy don't want to push me. I'm like, really, Woody?
First of all, Rick Ross is like that when it comes to the talent.
We rapping out here. They squabbing out here. They
It's like that.
squabbing out here. I like this. I
It's
like
like that.
this.
Now we
I
get to
like
have a
this.
talent conversation.
There we go.
I don't want to hear all of that. What you done did, shit. Stop bringing all the metrics and all of that number
There
ones.
we
Let's talk
go.
about what's going on right now.
Rapping out here
That's what I
now.
want to hear.
They squabbing out here now. If somebody pass me the popcorn, this is what I've been waiting for. Oh my God. Oh, this is great. What a time to be alive, people.
That's my guy. But how did we get because they were friends? They did great records together for years. They was doing records together for years, right? So I'm just always curious to know, how did we get here, right? Like,
I don't think they ever really been cool since that Meek and Drake stuff, man.
they did records after Meek and Drake.
I said really been cool. That's industry cool.
There's honestly
That's
okay.
let's make some money together cool. That's different.
Let's put it this way. And I'm gonna talk that maybe a lot of casual rap fans aren't used to hearing, but this is the truth, whether you believe it or not.
And by the way, he took what I said. You got to go for the culture.
That culture, yeah, I heard that.
I'm telling you, man.
That if you are my friend, but we are in a competitive game, I should be able to compete with you, and we stay cool after the fact. Now, if it's personal, if we started off as friends and you did some nonsense, friendships don't last. You dig what I'm saying? Like, we could have started cool, we could have been super cool, and then you did something, and we was cool up until we wasn't. And now I have no obligation to maintain a level of loyalty to you because you fucked me over or you did some, or how about this? How about you did something that I really can't abide by? What if you started off as my guy, and then I found out you're not supporting your kids, or I found out you smacked your girl in the face, or you're doing something, or you cutting somebody's throat real crazy. I can't rock with you no more. Like, we was cool, we was definitely. I can't rock with you no more. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying there are reasons that these things go down.
That's a fact. Troy, I see Troy in the building. Troy, come on alive.
What's Troy got to say? Come on, man.
Nah,
I see he dropping owls in here. He picked size a long time ago.
Stop playing.
Stop playing. I don't know Kendrick nor Drake personal to take a side. So I gotta let the music decide for me.
So Ross said,
I'm gonna tell you who I know who I want to win for a particular reason, but I'm gonna let that go later.
He play out, because I heard Ross say you just another white boy that want to hang with the niggas in school. Like, Drake is black. Stop. That's the narrative that I don't want to see pushed. We're not going to push.
No, you got to. How you going to say that's a narrative? It's hip hop. How you going to say that's a narrative? You don't want a narrative. He dissing them. Now you talk about narratives and off limits and stuff. He can bring up Jewish. He can bring up white. If I was Kendrick, I would name the diss Free Palestine if you really want to win. You got to go there. When all of a sudden he can't bring up he's Jewish and white in hip hop and they don't play a factor.
No, he could bring.
Come on, dog. Stop it, bro. You can't. Don't push that narrative,
He could
man.
be a black Jew, but so was Sammy Davis Jr. And quite frankly, if he didn't have a bar mitzvah in one of his videos, then it would be off. Then maybe we wouldn't be talking about it. But the fact that he put it out there, now this is happening.
No, I'm saying that you could be black and be Jewish, right? Like, I'm already Jewish. But what I'm saying is that Drake is black. He's a black man. Let's not call him a white boy. That's taking it too far. Now you're going.
No, it's not taking it. What is this taking it too far shit going on, man? Look, what is this taking it too far shit talking about, man? You gotta. First of all, this Drake is the. If you seen that movie, How to Clone Tyrone, and at the end they were saying how eventually it started from dark, and then they showed all of the people to where the perfect prototype is like this white dude. You know what I mean? To where they're going to use this as the character that they put out there. Drake is like the perfect prototype. He's a white, Jewish, half-black dude.
He's not white.
Right?
Keys, he's not white, bro. He's not white.
He's not
His
white.
mama is white. What are you talking about?
But he's not. But he's not.
Has Drake ever said that?
Barack Obama white?
Has Drake ever said that? He's half white, yes. He's not even American black. He's African and white.
Is Bob Marley white?
Yes. Yes, they are. So is J. Cole.
I'm going somewhere with this. If we allow this narrative to be pushed, we lose some of the great people that we
Nah,
had.
it don't matter. Don't matter. We just lose them.
No, you
They
can't.
gone,
I'm,
He,
finito, out of there, finished.
he's a
I'm gonna
black
tell you what
man.
makes you black.
He's a black
Drake has
man, but
never spoke upon black issues, so he can't get the Black American stamp.
he's a black man, but it's not off limits to
And
get
listen,
at him
I
any
listen
any
to his
way.
music. This ain't even. I'm just saying what you saying off stuff that's like off, like you can't go.
Yeah,
No,
no.
because when we talk about Drake not speaking about social political issues, it's because he's not a black man from America.
that's not.
Yeah.
So yes,
That's
he
not.
don't share the struggle.
Rashad, I agree with both of you. He's a
But you
black.
can't say it's off limits.
I say he's a black man. However,
I look at him as a black
whatever's
man,
gonna
but
be
you can't.
said on a record is said on whatever angle you use to get the punch, whatever that is. This,
I got
you,
a brother that's the same color as Drake. I don't even look at it like that. I look at your mind and what makes you black. But if I think Drake is hip hop. If Drake calls himself a black man, I'm gonna call him a black man. But if you want to diss and you want to go and break down and dissect the person, then yes, you get to attack their black side, their white side, their Jewish side, their rap side,
that's a
their
fact.
culture side. You get to go on everything. Nothing is off limits.
That's a fact.
And if you want to create a narrative with your music, that's even smarter. It's strategy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's strategy.
I
So
agree.
what
That's
happens?
like when people say Rick Ross is a police officer. Is he a police officer? No. But they go use that in rap.
What happens when Drake starts taking dudes' girls though?
What that got to do with anything?
That's next, right? Like that's
He got Drake Air. They probably want to get on this airplane. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Rick
I
Ross
mean,
got his own plane too.
my philosophy
It
personally
probably
is
started over
when it comes to a woman, bro. If it comes to my girl, if you can pull her, you can keep her.
Yeah,
If you
that
can
ain't
pull her,
your girl.
she's all yours. Like I don't know that chick.
If she on Drake Air, she was never your girl.
Word, and that's Tim. You should thank him because he just
That,
saved you a lot of time, money, and
that
trouble.
was one of your hoes that was in your stable and pimping got pimped. You know what I'm saying? That is what it is.
You
That's
can't
the
be,
game.
but however, that ain't got shit to do with this
They
record.
ain't got
You
nothing.
better put it on a
See,
record. You better tell everybody you did it. You better write about it, and make it catchy.
but that's what I'm saying. He going so at some point in time they're gonna say, yo, Drake went too far, bro. He went too far.
I don't think.
Right?
Well, let's
who
see
goes
it. Let's
bro,
see
our
it.
great
Let's see
no
it.
Vaseline and ether and
Y'all,
ain't no too far
y'all
yet.
gonna keep pushing the Canadian, and he's going to take it to a level.
Let's see it. Let's see it, bro. I got my pot. It's been 13 years.
Listen, you know why
Yeah.
Drake never responded to Pusha T?
Cause they said he was gonna do too much and all this, that, and the third.
I
No,
heard
why?
very credible sources.
Mm-hmm.
They heard the record.
Mm-hmm.
He recorded the record.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He went too far. He went too far. That's what I'm saying. Don't push the boy.
But see, too far. That sounds like a convenient excuse when we
No,
never
when
heard the
he's saying
record.
too far, he's saying it's kind of like when Tupac saying, first of all, yeah, I mean, I fucked your baby mama, things of that nature, slutted her out. That's what he's saying too far is.
Oh no.
Real
I
personal is
don't.
about stuff that really happened. That's what
Yeah.
you saying.
Further than that.
Unless he was giving out the man's home address and phone number and where to go find him, I don't see too far.
So what's
He throwing Diddy allegations on him. What we talking about?
I don't know if that's too far at this point.
Not that far.
They're not
that far.
That far. Not that far.
Not that far.
I don't know if that's too far. Like, yo, Pusha showed you what the framework of a battle is supposed to look like. This man said your best friend is dying and brought that out. He brought out the fact that you have a kid. He brought out the fact of who you had the kid with. Like, we can keep going. Like, he went. So what are we talking?
I was going too far. You know what I mean? That's not real because you saying your opponent couldn't handle that. Or it's really you couldn't handle that.
Yo, if Jay Prince is
Same
coming
thing
out,
with Cole.
like,
Cole apologized because he did not want to be a part of this war that's about to happen. It had nothing to do with Kendrick handling it. He said he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I think that's terrible, by the way. I thought that was awful. Cole backing out. I thought that was terrible. But, you know, whatever. But I thought that was awful.
I appreciate your time. I'm about to listen to this.
It's been a realist hip-hop take. You're not going to get this nowhere else.
Factory settings. Gentlemen, much appreciated.
In a week, by the time this seems like a trend, right? So Rick Ross dropped his diss. I'm Kendrick Lamar will be dropping a disc soon, and then maybe discs that'll be coming out, and then we'll get the ether next Friday.
Let's see what happens.
Maybe the best man win. May the best man win. I look.
Factory settings. Factory.
I
I'm
don't.
covering
I'm
this
not.
on
I'm not biased.
Mechanism Monday. I got my Mechanism Monday about to pop off. I'm gonna cover this. I'm gonna cover the Ross verse. But gentlemen, we need to reconvene this council, and let's sit down, and after we've all had time to digest everything that's happened, hopefully by next week, like Shad said, we'll be able to sit down and talk about this again. But I'm here for it. I'm down.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all of them, man. And let's keep it on beats and out the streets. We good.
What he said.
Peace.